T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We designed this company so that you could be successful. Holton Bug's vision for this company is that more people will be successful in iBoomerang than in any company ever before. And part of that means that you've got to plug in. So every Saturday morning, make sure that you and your team are on flight school. And if you can't make it live, make sure you watch the recording on the same day. All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Flight School. All right. Hey, guys, check it out. We got our brand new Flight School banner. Isn't that hot? Our Flight School backdrop.
All right.
There you go. We're excited about it. Hopefully you are too. We are coming out of the gate strong. Boom. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody all around the world who is joining us for Flight School.
All right. Now this is cool. This is cool. So over in Bermuda, we have Diane Ramsey and Arthur and Renee and Ellen Smith. They had one hurricane blow through there.
Right.
Now, if you look real close, you can see in this picture over here. Oops. Sorry, guys. The plywood is still over the door.
Wow.
And they got in a good party in between.
Now I thought that was boarded up so that the guests couldn't get out if they didn't sign up.
Well, there's that too.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
It's double works both ways.
Absolutely.
All right. But still these guys
There's only one way out.
In between hurricanes, they're doing good parties. There's no excuse.
That's what I'm saying.
No excuse.
Exactly.
All right. Pastor Marlon Baylor, St. Louis, Missouri. Sir, rock and roll. Congratulations to you and your team down there in St. Louis.
Nice job.
Appreciate
Hear from a gentleman that has been a key figure in my life since 2004. Back in 2004, I moved to Houston, Texas. And the first person that I met, before I met Holton Bugs, I met Edwin Haynes. And what was really incredible was that I was in another company and I had a guy on my team who said, you know what, I keep getting invited to this lunch presentation for another company and they won't leave me alone. I don't want to join the company, but if I don't go to the lunch, they're not going to stop inviting me. I said, okay, well, no problem, man. I'll go with you and I'll help you say no because I'm good at saying no. Right, so we get there and the whole thing is set up and it's super impressive. And guess who was giving the presentation that day? Edwin Haynes, our global master ambassador. And he gave a rock star presentation. His game was so tight that I didn't say no. I said, what are you guys doing? Like, how do I learn more about this? And Edwin introduced me to Holton, and the two of those guys just got in my brain. And I said, you know what? I'll roll with you guys on one condition. Just you got to just teach me. Give me 30 days. Just teach me. And they did. And you know what? It totally changed the path and trajectory of my network marketing career. So I'm really lucky. Mark is really lucky. We've had the opportunity to be coached and mentored by both Edwin Haynes and Holton Bugs throughout our network marketing career. And it's the reason why we've been able to be successful. And you know what? It's the reason that you get to be successful because our global master ambassador, he cares for you. He's here every single day that he's in town.
Yeah.
And he's coming in here. He's got folks coming in to visit him. He's coaching and training them, or he's coming in and he's in Mark's office saying, hey, here's what the field needs from the marketing department. He's in my office saying, here's what my people need from operations and customer service and things and problems that we need to get solved. So he really cares about you and he has a big goal for the company. And today's training is a major part of that. So I hope you got your pens and pads ready.
I need to say something.
Go for it.
He loves you guys.
He does.
He loves you guys. And, I was listening yesterday. I'm in my office. My door's open. And man, you talk about somebody who is on fire right now. I've known Edwin for 16 years. 16 years, I think almost 17. I think it's 17 at this point. And he has gotten better and better and better and better. And I see him right now at his very best. He is peaking, and you know, everything he's done in his career, hundreds of thousands of distributors on his teams, an 8-figure earner in the industry.
That's right.
Not only is he successful in the industry of network marketing, but he's successful outside of the industry of network marketing.
This is true.
An investor and an owner of multiple companies. So not only did he build massive teams in the industry, but he's taken that wealth and he's distributed it in multiple areas. So if you want to understand how to get wealthy and how to get a large organization and how to build a team of customers, a huge, massive organization of customers potentially, this training that's coming up right now, you're going to want to make sure that you are taking notes and taking copious notes. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your global master ambassador, our friend and brother, Edwin Hayes.
All right.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
You're all crazy, man.
So wait,
Hey, I like the new setup.
so
Beautiful.
hold on a second.
Well, aha.
Hold
I got an issue. I have
Aha.
Tunde, wherever you are, I have an issue with this.
Aha.
Where did that
Where did that one come
You
from?
like it? Tunde. Boom gear, baby.
That's like a limited edition, brand new. We've never seen it before.
It should be up.
Boom gear
It should be
polo.
up now.
That's hot.
Yeah.
You were keeping that secret.
I'm holding it.
What?
So we were talking about what we're gonna wear yesterday.
And we said he was going to wear red.
No, I couldn't be. See, it's supposed to be red, white, and blue. A red, white. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was
Red-
red,
yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah. But
But he's got
Look at that.
yes.
I'm totally jealous.
All right, here we go.
Get out of your way.
all right, good stuff.
You take it
Yeah.
over.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys, for what you all do. You have to give it up. Please give some love to both of our VPs. We wouldn't be, I don't know where we would be without them because they are absolutely incredible. You know, Mark is working around the clock with his team to put the marketing together and make us look so good. And T. Gray fighting every day on the phone for us with different things for operations to make sure that we get what we need in order to operate and function around the world. It's just a great time for us, period. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this team as well. And hats off, and again, happy birthday to our CEO, Mr. Holtenberg as well. He said, you know what, Ed, man, I may have to stay out a little longer because the volume went up. He said the volume went up. So you know what, hats off, and Mr. Bugs, if you're out there, dip your toe in the water, make sure it's still wet, like you said, and see if the sand is still sandy, if you can do that for us as well. So let's get ready. Make sure you all get as many of your people on as possible. And I don't know what I'm looking at. All this new set and the airplane behind me. I guess I'm supposed to look up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
You ready to
you got
go?
it? All right. Yeah, let's do that. We can do that. I have some slides.
Okay.
Look at there. Hey, that's pretty cool. All right, flight plan. Well,
Just
just
right
this one?
there.
Okay, thank you. I probably should have gotten some water. I had some coffee. Hold on.
Right there.
All right. And you're right. I've been talking. Hats off to Tommy and Lindsay as well. We are so proud of them for what you all have done. You know, Tommy and I have our special relationship. And sometimes I get on this case. He said, I like the tough love, Edwin. I love the tough love. And I actually happened to be doing a call for Tommy about a week or so ago. And the gentleman that he had me on the phone sparked some things that was supposed to be a 5 or 10 minute call. And that call turned into about 30 minutes or so. And just the things start pouring out with that gentleman that sparked something with Tommy to say, I have never heard anything like this. Will you please do a counseling session? And I didn't have a chance to do the counseling session for a few days. And he just kept tracking me down. People find what they're looking for. And Tommy was looking for it. There's nothing I can take from him. He had already done the work and all that stuff was kind of at a point, you know, I think 5 or 6 days, I'm sorry, about 7 days out. And Tommy said, listen, man, I'm about $40,000 of volume away and I have 7 days or less. What do I do? And as we were going through the council session, we kind of put out a plan of what needed to take place. And I gave him the specific plan. And that's the power of being plugged in. You know, I'm not saying that I did the work whatsoever. No, I did not do the work. Tommy and Lindsay did the job, but he just needed a second set of qualified eyes to be able to see exactly what it is that he needed to do in order to get $40,000 of volume off in less than a week. And I said, listen, Tommy, you will go and get this done. And I want it done before the 29th. And it was done before the 29th. That's because of the power of being plugged in. So I strongly urge you all to plug into whoever it is that has the answers for you, that person that's going to give you the pathway to the success that you're looking for. Make sure you plug into them, and so they can pour into your lives as well. And I've seen that happen. The ones that stay plugged in the most. Tom is not focused on the problems. He has issues just like anyone else. He's normally call and say, listen, coach, I have some issues. I just want to make you aware of them. I'm going to give them to you, but I got to go. He's not harboring and dealing with the problems. He's letting the people who can handle the problems. He's making people aware of them. I won't even say problems, but I'm going to say the challenges. It's challenges, not problems. There's some challenges that you're going to have in any type of business, but a few things that I've always wanted to do is to stay positive, be solution oriented, and always make the adjustments. Stay positive, be solution oriented, and make sure that that you do your part as well to make this thing happen as well. So your solution and you being positive is a very key part, and making the adjustments as you go is a very key part to what you need to do in order for you to be successful here. That's how you grow a business. So hey, let's go out there and keep doing it. I know over in France we had some other people that were working as well. That hit emeralds, and some people that were looking to get things done as well. Listen, it's happening all over. And a matter of fact, we're going to get ready to hit the road again.
The numbers are jumping. So Facebook literally went from 900 to 1,000 to 1,100 to 1,200
1,500
to 1,300 to 1,500 people tuned into your training.
Boom.
In just the last 3 minutes.
Boom. I'm going to give you the goods. I'm going to give you the goods. You know, as I've been traveling, I'm going to travel. The numbers are going up. And because people want the information. They want to get what we need. And our goal is to give it to you guys. Listen, this is no joke. Right now, we are on a mission. We'll do 100 million this year. We're going to do $50 billion as a corporation. We're not playing around. We're not behind the scenes just twiddling our thumbs or whatever. This is serious business. We're laughing. We have fun. Our VPs are having fun. They should have a place to release. But this is a place that you go out and you plug in and you give it your all. And so we're going to give a plan to you today. I was over in Maryland, and over there with that incredible group with the Crosses, Jason and Kimberly Cross, Bruce Bailey over there. Elaine was there. I want to say David. I think saw David Guilty in another area as well. When I was over in North Carolina, things were rocking, and it's just, the things that we've been doing together has been absolutely incredible in terms of laying out the plan. And there's different modules that we do in our system that complement each other. So I want to make sure you all get these different modules that we have that complement each other. Now, some of you all that, as Mr. Bugs calls, say monkeys, the fish, and the elephants, the monkeys are going to go build. We're going to go and build. We know how to climb the trees. We know how to make things happen. And you're going to do a lot of big volume based on your experience and your influence. But the thing that you need to do is be able to have a duplicatable system and have a systematic approach to your success. Your success is predictable. Success should be predictable. You should know exactly what it is that you need to do in order to accomplish the numbers and have a systematic approach to keep up with those numbers. And I want to make sure I do my part to help you all get that information today. And one of the key things that you're seeing here on the screen is what we call our flight plan calendar. Man, listen, I can tell you this. This is my calendar. I make sure I keep these right here. I want you to see this. This is serious business. Everyone that came to the office yesterday, Tanya Mazel, Joseph had some people that came by on yesterday. Guess what? Walked out with a calendar. You know, I had Alex Pisani and that team had a group of people that came by on yesterday. I paid for their calendars. I paid for it. I didn't ask anybody else to do it because I know the power. Successful people work by calendar. Successful people work by calendar. And we have designed this calendar specifically for you. This is going to be your flight plan. This is just like a pilot. They have a flight plan. They know exactly what it is that they need to do in order for them to become successful. They can track everything. They keep up with everything. And just like running any business, you need to have some type of way to track what it is that you're doing with a plan of action that's duplicatable. And I'm telling you right now, Mr. Bugs talked about the 3 vital signs of success. People sharing the plan. How many people do you have sharing the plan? How many people do you have sharing the product? Who's giving out our product? Who's giving out the website? And how many tools you have running through your group? The tools that you're going to have would be, one is a calendar. I can't stress this enough. This is not just stage talk. This is getting you to where you want to be. We said we're going to create the most $5 million monthly earners ever in the history of the industry. $5 million earners we predicting. That means some people will be making over $1 million per month, potentially, per week potential in this company. There will be people making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some people who have never made tens of thousands, they're going to do it, but it's all predictable. And so make sure you go to Boom Gear. Don't buy one calendar for yourself. That's selfish. You can't grow anything. Buy enough calendars so that when your new person gets started, they have a flight plan of how they can go from 0 to 1,000 right away. And I'm going to break that down for you on this call today. I want you to have what you need. The calendar and the 2020 plan go hand in hand. So if you understand how to build this, and what I taught the group on yesterday is you don't go and chase money, you chase structure. Structure is the most important thing that you need to do. You chase structure. If you have the right structure and foundation, then the money has to follow. So chase structure. Put the foundation of your organization in place. I don't care how fancy you are in front of the room. It's not about who's the fanciest. It's not about who has the prettiest picture on the banner or the biggest picture on the banner. Banners and pictures, that's not what's going to make you money. So I know people want to be seen. I get that. I'm not knocking anything on that, but I'm telling you the things behind the scene, like making sure the one who trains and teaches the 2020 plan the best, and teach the teachers to get the calendar out, those are the ones that's going to make the biggest money. It's not how well you speak. It's not all the likes. It's not about likes and cheers and all that. That's not what's going to get it. Build this business from a ground root standpoint. And if you will stay and keep up with what we call the fundamentals of the industry, the fundamentals will get you paid. And so I want to make sure we do that for you here on today's calendar. 2 numbers I want you to remember. 2 numbers I want you to remember. 5 and 1,000. 5 and 1,000. Put that in your chats. I want you to get that. Just put 5 and 1,000. 5 and 1,000. I want you to drill that in your head over and over and over again. 5 and 1,000. 5 and 1,000, 5 and 1,000. I'm giving you basic stuff, but the basic things are what's going to get you paid. 5 and 1,000. What do I mean by 5 and 1,000? When you're looking to do an exposure, you need to look to have 5 qualified prospects, couples count as one, to attend a maybe small setting. Or I am also going to now count the Zooms, but I prefer for you to build a business, what we call belly to belly, as you keep hearing us saying, face to face, hand to hand. It's nothing like a personal touch. Even though high tech is in place, high tech will never replace high touch. High tech will never replace high touch. Now you can use Zooms, but you make sure whenever you're doing a group setting, and what I'm going to talk about today is that you have 5 qualified prospects or more who will actually be able to attend whatever event or be in front of you as you give the presentation. The other thing that you want to look at is the 1,000. Your goal is to have at least $1,000 of qualified volume as a result of your exposure with the 5 qualified prospects. See, I launched a new group of people today. I personally sponsored someone before I left going over into Baltimore. When I came home, I had a plan that I was going to launch the new group. Yes, I'm still doing even your GMA, and we do big crowds and all the things. That's great and that's good. That's the icing on the cake. But the real work is getting in front of 8 to 10 people in the living room and den, like I did as well. I was showing the plan. I've shown the plan this week in homes and done the Zooms just like everyone else, because I am growing a business just like anyone else. But I had a goal to have a minimum of $1,000 of volume to come as a result of me showing that plan. Now I got more. Sometimes you're going to get more. Sometimes you're going to get less, but at least $1,000 of volume. What is that? It may be 2 business class packs. See, that gives you 500 per business class of qualified volume, or 1,000 in qualified volume for a first class pack. But on the average, about $1,000 of qualified volume should come as a result of that meeting. So you're going to track that number, and the fortune is in the follow-up. See, as a result of me doing the meetings that I did, I had to do some follow-up questions to people who were in attendance, even though they didn't sign on the dotted line at that time. Those people who started a day or 2 later, they still counted for that meeting, and I averaged more than 1,000 for the meeting that I did when we were launching. So you have 5 and 1,000 is what you're looking to do. The next thing that you need to do as you work in the calendar and you're teaching this is to get organized. I want you to get organized. What do I mean by get organized? See, this is good for your life. We always have a saying that says, how you do anything is how you do everything. You know, the way you run your life is probably the way you're going to run your business. The way you run your business is probably how you run your life. And they go hand in hand in many cases. And so you want to make sure you get some things and have yourself organized so that the business is not a hindrance in your life. It should be something that actually enhances your life. So many people, what they do is they allow the business, because there's no organization, it causes more challenges in their life than it does, giving them any value. And we want to make sure that you get full value because you have organized yourself. And these are things that you need to do in life, period. So the first thing that I talk about is this, and I'm not here, we don't get into religion and politics or anything of that nature, but I know what I'm going to talk about right now for many people is very important. And so the first thing that you need to do in your life, period, but also as you're doing this business, is to make sure you block out your spiritual time, if that's what's important for you. It's important for me. Or your charitable time. What you're doing, our business is all about being charitable. Throwing out a boomerang, giving it to someone, it goes out and benefits them, but it also benefits you. And that's what the CEO built the premises of this company on giving back. And so whatever that may be for you, maybe you need to jot that down and put spiritual time or charitable time, put a C or an S or whatever that is for you, and you block that time out on your calendar. Now that's done. The next thing after that, the second most important thing, if you will, is your family time. You need to make sure that you block out family time. So many of us are so busy chasing the dollar, chasing success. See, if you do this right, success is going to chase you. So I'm giving you the fundamentals so that you can do things and have a tsunami of success coming your way. And you don't have to chase it because you're doing the right thing by setting the right foundation up in the way that you're going to go out and build your business. So family time. Don't neglect your family, because a lot of times we have that issue of challenge because you're not giving enough time there. So block it out. For me, it used to be on a Friday, and it still is. Friday afternoon, I still look to have that half a day, because the girls are grown now, but back in the day, they used to, when they were younger, I didn't neglect them. They understood that I wasn't going to be there for everything because I was creating wealth for them. But I made sure that I gave them the family time. Your spouse, your significant other, your whoever it may be, block it out, put it on your calendar. And after that, there's nothing more important than creating wealth for you and your family. You build a financial wall of wealth for your family that surrounds you and protects you from any of the challenges out there as possible. Build a wall of wealth. So it's wealth building time. So I wanted to give you what the S, the F, and the W would represent. So here's your calendar, 5 and 1,000. So in our calendar, you're gonna have these little circles on each calendar. And on every date, you select the days that you're gonna show the plan. You select the days that you're gonna show the plan. So what happens is when I'm doing it, I make sure the person that I'm working with, I put an S on those days, whether it's Sunday or Wednesday or C or whatever it is for you, your charitable time, you go on and block it out, and you should have that in your calendar every month. And then you should have on whatever day, for me, Friday, you should have the F right there representing family time. So you know that's your family time. And those circles that we have in our calendar represent the times that you choose to show the plan. Now, you showing the plan is going to be based upon your personally sponsored people that you're enrolling, or as well as the team of people that you have in your team that you're working with. So we're gonna talk about another time of how to identify who to work with. See, that's another part of the training that we have. You have the 2020 plan, you have the calendar, and then you're gonna have another piece that you're gonna do where we help you identify. It's all in the calendar, it's a flight plan. It's all here. We're gonna help you identify, and we'll talk about this part another time, but you will identify the key people that's in your organization, and we will identify who you need to work with, and that will tell you how to fill out your circles, because you're going to most likely find at least 4 meetings for a person, maybe once a week for that new person that you're working with. You get them committed for 4 weeks of doing meetings that you may help them with. And let me give you a little tip. If I'm working with somebody, I'm launching them, I don't just do 1 meeting for them. I'm not committed to them for 1 meeting. I'm most likely going to commit to them with 4 meetings. Let me explain what I do. I do 4 meetings because the first 2 meetings I said, listen, brand new person, Mr. and Mrs. brand new person, I'm going to do the first 2 meetings. I'm going to do the first 2 meetings. That way you can see me, and I want you to take notes and pay attention to my transitional statements of how I'm going from one slide to the next. And make it so easy, and let them watch me do the presentation. Quick, keep it simple, keep it easy. I want it duplicatable, nothing fancy. I'm pointing and clicking. I'm just following the screen, and I show people how to get started. On the 3rd meeting, the goal is for that new person now to be able to show the plan, and maybe I do the back half of it. So now I'm getting them used to doing the meeting, because I want you to understand this. If you continue to do the meeting yourself, it's your business. But when you help and empower other people to do the business, it's now their business. As long as you are the leader and you're doing the meeting, you have a full-time job. And I want to show you how to go out and duplicate yourself. So I typically will commit to the first 2, 1 week after the other. The 3rd week, I may do the back half, show some people, how to close out. And then on the fourth meeting, I let that person do the full presentation, and I just may say some closing words. And now I'm on to the next person in their group, because I may have identified the next person, because I'm always doing something. I wish we had time to do it, but I'm always leading at the top and working at the bottom. I am leading at the top, working at the bottom, meaning that I'm always looking for the next person in that group to work with, so I can keep the fire burning, because a fire will always burn up. So now they're off with another person in the group. I may be going with another person in the group, and we're duplicating the process, and I'm showing them how to do this with the calendar. It's very simple, okay? So now we've identified some things. I've put my spiritual time in. The next thing, I have my family time in. It's already blocked out. Then I'm going to identify the times that I'm going to create wealth. So most of this can be done in the evening. See, you work full time on your job or with your business, but you work part-time on your fortune. See, if you already have a job, we already know the hours you're going to work, and you're committed to the job. You don't have to commit to it. The job make you commit to it. So you already know those hours. But now if you're running a business, I know you can have, I own multiple businesses now, and I know what it takes. I know what you have to do it. So my schedule is pretty tight. But for this business and creating the fortune that we're going to do, I made some sacrifices and opened up a window of time each and every day that I'm going to show the plan. Now, I'm showing you something that's part-time. What I'm talking about is part-time income. There's something called no time, meaning that you're not doing anything. And there's part-time. 4 times a week is part-time effort. 2 hours a day, 4 days a week. 2 hours a day, 4 days a week. 2 hours a day, 4 days a week. That can create some income where you can replace your income in many cases. And what do I mean? See, in the evening, between 7 to 9, get you 2 hours. That's 3-hour window. You take 2 of those hours and you commit to doing a meeting somewhere with 5 qualified prospects with a goal to get 1,000 in volume. Let me show you what's going to take place with this. Now we're creating wealth. With you doing this yourself and you expecting to get 1,000 in volume, if you do it 4 times a week, that means you're getting 1,000 on average per meeting, 4 days a week. Sometimes you can become a weekend warrior. If you can't do it during the week, do it on the weekday. Sometimes I do 2 to 3 meetings on a Saturday and a Sunday. You can get 2 to 3 meetings a day in on Saturday. So where are all my weekend warriors? So you need to have, I'm a weekend warrior. Put that in the screen. I want you to get some things. 5 and 1,000, I'm a weekend warrior. And so weekend warriors work. You can get 2 to 3 meetings in on Saturday and on Sunday, and that can fulfill your obligation. And guess what? You can have the rest of the week off if you choose to. I wouldn't do that, but I'm just giving you part-time efforts of making sure you have 4 meetings in with an average of 1,000 volume per meeting. Well, if we do that 4 times, 1,000 times 4 is 4,000 in volume. If we do that 4 weeks, 4,000 of volume times 4 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, that's based on your efforts, you working the calendar yourself. Very simple. What happens now? That's 16,000 in volume. Based on your own efforts, you created 16,000 in volume. Now, what is that? You are a sapphire. See, you can go sapphire based on your own efforts. You can do sapphire based on your own efforts. You can recruit and get the sapphire, personally enroll people yourself to get the sapphire without a whole lot of duplication. But what happens now is you have a group of people that now you can work with, that if you have enough of these going in your calendar and everybody working with a purpose, then now you can duplicate yourself and create some major momentum. Now, some of you all, again, as I said, you're gonna go out there, you're gonna do a whole lot more volume than this. See, no time, part-time, 4 times a week, full-time 3 to 4 times a day. If you're looking to get financially free, financially independent, 3 to 4 times a day. 3 to 4 times a day. You showing the plan 3 to 4 times a day and paying attention to your numbers. I'm telling you, you're going to collapse time frames. And that tsunami of wealth will be on its way to your household. So that's why I'm also making sure that I do 3 to 4 times a day. Now we're talking about full time. That don't mean all throughout the day. I still run my other business. So business people, you can't tell me you can't do this, because I do this. I have a full-fledged company and launching another one. But I have the duties of the Global Master Distributorship. It's more than being just a distributor, and I'm still fulfilling my duties here because I work by calendar. As I said, successful people work by calendar. If you get organized, you can do this business and have a life and run other businesses. When people tell me, man, my plate is too full, and they don't have what they want, you have the wrong stuff on your plate. And so I've been making sure that I'm showing people how to do what it takes to go out there and build this business, at the same time not neglect your life, your business, or your job. So get organized. You working the calendar by yourself can create 16,000, as I showed you. That's Sapphire. Now you're getting that Covenant Sapphire Award that we have. And thanks to our marketing team for putting it together. I love the wings. That's now the first pinnacle pin into our company. But now it's time to duplicate yourself. You plus 2. That means you and 2 others. You plus 2, 16,000 in volume for you, 16,000 for another person, 16,000 for the third. That's 48,000 in volume. Some of you all are going to do a lot more, but I'm just talking about on a very basic level. You now have created a Ruby organization. It's simple. It's not going to get tens of thousands of people and hundreds of people. And no. Find the right 2. Find the right 3. Find the right leaders, and we're going to show you how to do that. That's why we have the thing of putting together the structure of the 2020 plan that's in this calendar. It's all right here. If you get the 2020 plan down, even just on the first level, not training that, but when you personally enroll 12 people, you got to remember 3 to 4 are going to quit, 3 to 4 are going to incubate, and 3 to 4 will work the business. Out of the 3 to 4, you're going to find 1 to 2 that's going to come in and work the calendar. And now you and the 2 people that you find who are workers, that will take you over to the Ruby position. That has the potential to take you to the Ruby position. So we're showing you some things, and if you follow the system will work. A systematic approach. Here's the other one. You with your calendar. Now I'm doing a whole lot more. I do 3 to 4 a day. I'm getting more volume than most people. A lot of people say, well, how are you making the type of money you're making? I am collapsing time frames. The one that I see, if your calendar is all marked up and you have it all marked up and you're keeping track of the volume and it's right there. It'll tell you, it won't fool you. Can't fool me. I can see it. You can't fool your leaders. I got the calendars all over the place, but you understand. You plus 4. You plus 4 is Emerald. Not 15 other people. Yeah, that volume counts too. But if I simply duplicated and found the right people, and you plus 4, you have Emerald ambassador in our company. You plus 4. Ladies and gentlemen, to be a part of Loop, loyalty, unity, and edification. It's something about this number 12. I keep seeing it over my lifetime, and different people talk about it in different stories, but I can tell you this right now, and I'm not going to get all 12.
We're going to come help you.
We're going to come help. You plus 12. You plus 12. You just need 12 people with the dream. 12 people that can catch the vision. 12 people that are willing to do the work. Part-time, not full-time. Some of the people you're gonna find, they're gonna, the 4 days a week is nothing for them. They're looking to do 3 to 4 times a day. What happened if you have enough people doing 3 to 4 times a day? I said part-time, you plus 12, you over $200,000 of volume. 200,000, you are a diamond. You're getting the shield at this point. You're part of the sisterhood or the brotherhood. And if you stay plugged in, if you follow the system that's in place and you're willing to do the work, you can get this done. And I'm telling you, it'll change your life. And so I wanted to make sure that I had a chance to come in and give you at least one of the modules that we have in our company that can set you free from a systematic approach. Get your calendars through the group. And as we talk about the 3 things, the people that have the most people showing the plan, sharing the product, and of course, attending the events, but also the ones that have the most tools going through their group. Those are the ones that's going to make the most money in this company. And so I want to share that with you. I hope you get it. I hope you got it. You're going to get more of this. I can't wait to break down the 2020 plan. We're going to do some other training for you on this very soon, and keep up with the calendar training that we have, and we will lay out how to structure and identify who you need to work with. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to our VPs here. Boom. I appreciate you guys for what you have done and believing in the dream of Mr. Holton Bugs and all of the leaders that have come together. It's our time. Let's make it happen. Let me get a big boom if you can. Boom.
Now stay right there. You stay here right, stay right there with us. Man, I'll tell you what, first of all, what a phenomenal training. Second of all, you left us hanging, like begging for more. Like we're ready for the rest. Like, folks, that's like part 1. This is like a television series where you gotta wait till next week to get the next part. Oh, you killed us. And we've never had 3,000 people.
No, 3,200.
We've never had 3,200 people on our Facebook Live.
You guys rock. This you. This you.
Yes.
We are ready right now. The industry better look out, because now we have people that are on the same plan. They are on the same plan and willing to get the job done. So proud of you. I can't wait to serve around the world with each and every one of you all. It's on.
Man, I tell you what, my favorite quote, and there's so many quotes that came out of that, but my favorite Edwin Haynes GMA quote out of today was, if your plate is too full, but you don't have the life that you want, you got the wrong stuff on your plate. Boom! That's all I can say is boom. I mean, Edwin, Mr. Haynes, you blessed us this morning. You really did. And I want to encourage everyone. That's the formula. See, this is what Mark and I have been benefiting from, in Mark's case since 2002, and in my case since 2004. What these guys have taught us, what Holton and Edwin have taught us, is how to color by numbers. And I was talking with someone the other night, and what I tried to do in my first few tries at network marketing where I failed, Edwin, was I tried to work my way to the top.
Yes.
And you can't just work. You got to do the right work. And what you guys taught and what you taught today, and you're going to teach more of in the coming weeks, is this is the activity that will get you to the top. You don't focus on diamond. You don't focus on sapphire. You just do what Mr. Haynes taught today, and those things will happen.
You know what, T. Gray, as a matter of fact, you brought up something too. I'm going back on Tommy. I'm so proud of Tommy and Lindsay, because I told Tommy, I said, don't go diamond. You don't go diamond. You go break some sapphires and rubies and emeralds. And I talked about the structure, and I said, let's go focus on them, and to focus on who do we have that we can go in and make sure that they're following the system that we have in place, and they found the volume through the system. So don't go diamond. Help other people go sapphire, ruby, and emerald. And I wish I had a chance to talk about structure of a diamond. I'll get into that another time. But
you know what? Here's the deal. You're going to be back. Right?
I'll
Will
be
you
back. I'll
Will
be
you
back.
Please come
Like
back.
Arnold
I'll be
Schwarzenegger,
back.
he'll be back.
I'll be
And
back.
think about if we really promote you this next time.
Oh.
We had 3,200 on Facebook Live.
That's
So,
right.
man,
Man.
maybe we'll break 6,000.
Hey man,
So-
I feel special being in here.
I
Well,
feel
you feel special.
Yeah.
You are
I feel
special.
honored.
man.
You
I
are
feel
special.
honored to have you on today.
Yes.
So this was incredible. And you know what, you guys? Let's all hold some of these up. Don't get enough for just you. Go get enough for your team too. Mr. Haynes talked about this.
This is for you.
Yeah.
By the way, this means we have them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And all of the people overseas, you can go. I'll say the ones that can. You can tune in. We'll ship
Yes.
for you because I got a lot of people that saying, "Can I get my stuff?" Go to boomgear.com, and that team is working over there. So hats off to our team for what they're doing and as well.
So